Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 bringing you an update on Iron Harvest. Yeah, so they released a new dev blog which kind of goes over a lot of the patch notes and other things that they've changed to Iron Harvest, and I feel like this is a good opportunity for me to both A, highlight what's going on with Iron Harvest, and B, kind of go over the updates that are going on in the game. A lot of you guys really like it when I do the CH2 ones, and at least starting next week I'm going to be showcasing a lot more of Iron Harvest gameplay wise, since the Alpha 2 is currently showcasing itself, so I can at least talk about what they changed from the last to this. That way it kind of gives you an update of like what's going on with the game, and also just letting you know, like, wait, they do dev vlogs? Yeah. So they're really, the nice thing about Iron Harvest is at least the developers are really hands-on and kind of give constant updates of what's going on with the game. So let's go on. First off, we check here. Server's alive again. So Alpha 2 is currently live from now to April 3rd, which is awesome. It's fantastic to see that, because once again I can play against other people, really test out those servers, and you know, try to see how good I can be in a 1v1 or 2v2 environment. Apparently my cat doesn't care. She's already leaving. But in any case, yeah, so that's really cool. So the first thing that they want to update is the cutscene character creation, which I think is pretty cool. So a lot of their art has to do with an artist that made this alternate like world setup, and emulating someone's art can be very difficult. AKA look at One Punch Man season 2 compared to season 1, just from the trailer. That kind of shows you how maybe difficult it can be to not emulate someone's art and use it correctly. So again, they're really trying to nail it down. We can see they're putting a lot of work into it, which is really cool. I like that they're spending a ton of time trying to make sure they really get this guy's style, which again, it's really interesting. And again, it kind of goes over like, hey, you know, this should be edited, maybe add him a cape, make him look like Count Dracula or something. Oh god, or some weird combination of the two. Yeah, and then you just have alternate sets, be like, okay, does he work better with the skull or the star? Can we, I mean, what would he work better with exactly? So that's cool. And then it kind of goes through the steps of modeling, kind of brushing, so until you make the character. And I believe in Iron Harvest there are going to be hero characters eventually they're going to show off. So similar to like the first game that comes to mind, I know like you could say like StarCraft, but the first game I played with like a hero character was Universe at War. It was on console and PC, mostly aimed at console. I was either that or World in Conflict I was going to get. And boy, I'm glad I got World in Conflict. But in any case, hero units have special abilities, so maybe this guy will be in it, or maybe he'll just be in just one scene. But I guess just the kind of progressing, like, oh, that's how you make a character like that. Alright, so now we're in the deep dive into what they changed in the Alpha 2. Again, this is like, they've done quite a few updates, but this one's kind of dramatic because, again, a lot of people were asking, hey, Greyshot, why isn't there a fog of war? Guess what? As you can see in the photo right here, they're adding a fog of war. So again, people will be like, okay, you know, it's a little closer to Company of Heroes 2. And now there's a new unit, the MG Infantry has been added, so be curious to see how that is, you know, playing the game. They also added unit veterancy, again, very similar to H2, where it ranks up and you can unlock special abilities once it gets vetted up. Curious to see how that is implemented and if it's used properly, and maybe a possible glitch or two that comes up. Apparently increased performance, yeah, and also fix an issue with lag spikes. If you see my recent gameplays of the last alpha, you know that there was spikes that would happen, so I'm glad, hopefully that works. Again, I haven't played it yet, these are just first impressions on it, and then literally as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go play it. So in case anyone's wondering, well, Greyshot, why are you just repeating? I'm just kind of giving the basis of the change from the last one, and then I'll make a video of the actual gameplay of me playing it to kind of show you that progress. Alright, small tweaks, additional quality settings, very cool. Although I ran it actually really well for an alpha game. It's actually decently optimized, not amazing, but I mean, I played Arc for God's sakes. I mean, this is a lot better than Arc. Gameplay, infantry units will now retreat to nearest medical station or barracks. Thank you. Again, very similar to SUH2 and the forward operating base, retreating there, or they'll try to retreat to the closest one. Sometimes they'll glitch out. Glad they're kind of fixing that. Placing a building's rally point now is a preview when using the UI button. Okay. Logical size for units. Okay. Infantry squad now counts as a single unit in the post matchup. You know, nice to have. Six only account for damage, not to friendlies and neutrals. Was someone just shooting a mech to just get their damage up to like max amount so they can get like a gold star or something? Oh boy. New in-game notification when the enemy is receiving reinforcements from outside the map. Okay. New visual indicator shows direction on which the next enemy wave will attack on the challenge map. That's helpful. Again, kind of be like, hey, they're coming over there. You probably want to, you know, prepare yourself. Balancing, this is a big thing because of the alpha. Let's see what they changed. My big thing before going into this would probably be the mech troopers. Those things on Polania's side were incredibly powerful if used correctly because of their speed and maneuverability with decent power. So we'll see. Saxony stormtroopers damage reduced. Yeah, they're kind of OP in the beginning, so that makes sense. Bunkers range increased. Yeah, they're pretty short. Feedback. All right, they cut that. Introducing the damage change gave us some room to tweak the stormtroopers' effectiveness to be more in line with riflemen and give bunker buff against to deal with the new MG. Okay. Visually, all mechs now have additional effects. Let's see. Special units can now fire projectiles correctly. Eisner's now have range indicator. Oh, okay. So again, there's just little highlights. HQ building has option to be visible at all times, but inactive. Okay. Mission objectives, so that's good. Mini-map, tactical map. Context-sensitive orders. Okay, that's helpful. Hovering on a new unit. Alright, cool. Units and buildings that are attacked now blink correctly on the mini-map. That's nice, so you can be like, hey, there's shit going down over here. Input. Left-click no longer cancels drag. Okay. Show unit range modifier. You can see the weapon range of units. Select your mouse. Okay, that's cool. So that way, again, you can kind of be like, hey, that thing's not going to hit. You really want to risk that thing? Which, I don't know, in games like Company of Heroes, you have to, like, memorize that stuff, so, I don't know, maybe kind of seeing that will definitely help. Bug fixes, again, always helpful. Fix the bug that freeze the game when two players surrendered at almost the same time. Oh, my God. Hey, we're losing. You want to screw over the enemy? Yeah, let's screw over the enemy. Let's surrender at the same time. All right, 3, 2, yeah, that could be annoying. Cannot be controlled with the keyboard, all right. Excessive memory consumption. I think I had that once happen to me. I think. I want to say it did. It kind of reminds me of something. Any case, a screenshot from the automatic testing. Now you can play technical play for 16 hours or about 200 matches in single seating if you're into that. Okay. Cool. Nice. I don't know why you would play for that long, but cool. At least they're making it more stable for longer games. This update will be the last one for Alpha 2. Again, so once in April, that's it. We're reviewing whether to release another alpha build in the future or whether the next big version will be in the closed beta at the end of this summer. I would probably just rather have development time spent on the next beta. The reason for that would... in my head was that way they can focus on really revamping the beta and maybe have it out a little bit sooner since they don't have to remake it or put up a new update for it. But again, I'm not a developer. If they want to do another technical test because they want to test out some more units, great. But in my eyes, I would rather just have a big beta so that way, again, I could... it could be a little bit closer to complete and you can see a lot more of the changes. And not saying that they haven't done a lot. You can definitely tell what they've done between each alpha. Like the first alpha, there was no multiplayer. It was just a handful of units. The second one, they've added 2 factions. Then they slowly added more units and more different abilities per update. And then again, we're at a point now where if they had a third one, are they going to add a new faction? Most likely not. Are they going to add more units? Are they just going to do more balancing tweaks? Like, what is their goal right now? That's my current question. We also have very close to signing a contract with a publisher. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Once the process is finalized, we will release another devlog celebrating what that means. Spoilers, nothing negative. We have creative control and we have the word to fulfill all of our promises, including the game being available on Steve and GOG. I feel like that's where people are going to like have pitchforks in it, like, not another game going to Epic. It's like, okay, guys, first off, they can release to the Epic Store. They could absolutely release to the Epic Store if they want to. That being said, they did make a deal on their Kickstarter, so that I think they're more contractually bound under a Kickstarter to go on Steam. Again, that's my perception of it. If you promise something, you have to give them something. Even if you have to give them keys and you do make it, then fine. Early accessors get on Steam. The rest of them go to the Epic, whatever. And the only reason I say that is because I want a developer to be so well supported. And Epic right now, yeah, I know it has less features, but by the time this game's released, I fully expect more features to be added to the Epic Store and also stuff like that. It's slow, don't get me wrong, but honestly, it's just another browser I open, and I'd rather, again, have the additional money go to the developer hopefully not whatever I'm curious what publisher they pick. If I had to assume what publisher, I don't think like Sega would pick them up, but I feel like something like Focus Interactive or it's just a smaller one, maybe Gearbox, just like a smaller publisher. Nordic comes to mind. I forget where these guys are located. Maybe they're in Europe. So again, it would probably be something over there. Again, I don't know, but it's don't expect it to be Activision. I highly, highly doubt that they would ever do that. But again, or EA. So we'll see. But like I said, right now they're still confirming for Steam, so people don't worry about that angle. And again, publisher means just more, again, they get more people notified about it. They have a little bit more distribution options, so that helps them out that way. And they still said they're having creative control, so I feel like people will be okay. Because recently you have like a big publisher like, oh god, the guys behind the Dark Souls series, people freaking out because they're backed by Activision. And on the flip side, you have, or EA's with BioWare situation, kind of like that. That's absolutely not going to happen. And then of course you have the Epic situation, which again sounds like they're not doing. So again, even though I personally am fine, I see the people's argument about the Epic Store and it being like featureless compared to Steam. But that being said, Steam literally, like, again, needs to start paying developers more. It's kind of like when Machinima had like that whole deal with like 50% revenue split, and then like now it's like if they don't give all of it to you, that's at least 10%. If you don't, okay, real quick, if you're a YouTube guy and you don't at least get 10% of your contract, or like 10% of that at a bare minimum, that's the maximum you give to the person doing it. And that's if you're smaller. If you're bigger, it makes no sense. You just probably won't be on YouTube. Like I said, I just be careful with contracts, and it seems like these guys know they're working on it. So any case, back to the update, because again, you guys want more about the units and stuff like that. I think that's good. We'll see how the MG unit is. I like that, again, the balance fixes. Fog of War is going to be interesting, because again, it was actually interesting to see, because now again, in the last one, you got like, oh, the enemy's building that base, so you can build that. Now you don't know. So I'm curious to see how the community, it starts playing with that side of interface, because community for this point has always been able to like kind of see what the enemy's doing and anticipate that. Now they can't, so I'm curious to see what kind of strategies formulate out of it, whether Polania, the mech trooper, is still going to be a big nuisance, or if other strategies are going to come up, but we shall see. But in any case, leave a comment what do you guys want or think about the Iron Harvest update. And I do like the behind the scenes of like developing a new character. I really do like that. Just like this slow progression of being like, yes, the man with the hat. We like that one. But in any case, no, it's always interesting to see development of a game and how it goes. Like I recently looked into the development of Mass Effect, and that was such a weird development cycle, because again, BioWare's the whole Anthem thing. But Mass Effect 3, I feel like people would have way less of an issue if they would have given more time. But once again, that's EA doing that. Hey, we want this out now, instead of, hey, let's make sure the game is ready to be done, where a lot of publishers will do. Freaking Capcom kicking ass with like Resident Evil 2 and Devil May Cry 5. Like, again, take as much time you want, release it, perfect, good. Anyway, back to this. Like I said, the multiplayer is between the 27th and April 3rd. So if you have the alpha and you want to play the multiplayer before, it seems like they're going to go on hiatus for at least 4 or 5 months probably. I would definitely get your fix in now. But yeah, expect content on the channel regarding Iron Harvest. But otherwise, it's been Greyshot17. And I'll see you guys on either A, the next blog, if you choose to wait that long, B, on an Iron Harvest gameplay, or C, maybe you check out some of my other content on CH2 or such. But in any case, I'll see you guys next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Ace, Joe Foley, Joey G, JP Vaal, jrchicklis, Manuel Marcadeli, Milam, Ollie, Chris Bailey, Onlyplayapples, Pyroshark, Rifle, Sebastian Marzalik, sgtMcPain, Streakingwookie, Toussaint, WhiteHotD, Aaron Yee, Jordan Savat, Leo Liu, Nathan, Angus, and Tim. Thank you again for your incredible support. You all rocked. It's been Greyshot17, and I'll see you all next time.